Hey, folks, welcome to Home Business Freedom. I'm Smiling Stu Soderlin, and we are here for night two of the Home Business Workshop. So let's get right to it here, folks. All right, so night two of the Home Business Workshop. Well, here's what we're going to go over this evening. For starters, we're going to do a little progress check here on last week. I want to make sure everybody's gotten through last week's homework assignment and is caught up. If you're having any problems, if you're getting stuck on anything, I want to know about it right now. Send me a message so that I can help you get through that so that we're all on the same at the same point, because we're going to start moving forward. And if we don't have you hooked up at the beginning stuff, it's going to make it difficult for you to move forward. And that's how people fail. So let's make sure we're hooked up and let's move forward together. So if you're having any issues at all, I need you to make sure and let me know. And then we're going to talk about how you can get stuck. I mean, if you're stuck right now, we're going to talk about things that might be causing problems for you and ways to get unstuck. Okay. And we're going to talk about a little bit about Facebook profile and where you can go to get some good training on that. And then we're going to have homework. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to talk about an exciting new thing that just came out that I'm going to let you know about here in a little bit. So stick around and we'll let you know about that as we get there. All right. So for a progress check, first of all, you should have already purchased the HBA Funnel Builder and the premium trial. Now, the HBA Funnel Builder is only $25 to get going. The premium trial is free for 2 weeks. So I want you to go ahead and take that because there's some premium training that you can get in there. Whether you decide to stay premium or not, there's some good training that you want to make yourself available with now. So anyway, then we're going to talk about the orientation and domain name integration and get response, or you should have already gone to the orientation. You should have already done your domain, purchased a domain name and got it integrated into the system. And again, if you're going step by step, that's where we should have been. And you should have already gotten your get response hooked up. And again, that's a free trial to get started, and gotten that hooked up to your thing, and then gone to Sam's Cart and found your affiliate links. And hopefully you plugged in some of those free masterminds that go along. And they're not free masterminds. They're part of premium. There's masterminds every day of the week to help you get this set up. So if you're getting stuck, you can just go there and ask your questions. They'll actually jump right into your system and fix it for you sometimes, or they'll talk you through it and explain you how to fix it yourself so that you learn from it. So anyway, that's something we want to make sure you're doing. If you are not at that point, again, you need to reach out to me and say, hey, I haven't got my funnel builder, hooked up yet. I haven't had a chance to go to orientation. If you haven't, we need to get you there. If you can't find it, let me know. It's in your homework. So all you got to do is go to that link. And again, we'll go over at the end of the day where that can be found. Also, we're going to talk about the masterminds we talked about. All right. So for today, we're going to talk about things that can get you stuck. Okay. And these are basically the 10 things that then shiny object syndrome, poor time management, procrastination, one of my personal nemesis, self-sabotage, don't know where to start, false beliefs about time or money, isolation, and perfectionism. And we're going to talk about each of these things and just talk about what they are and how you solve them. Okay. So first of all, probably all of you are a little bit at this point right now. You're probably all feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Now, sometimes folks will get in there and they'll go right through the trainings and get it all boom, boom, boom. And that's fantastic if you're one of those people. But it's a lot of information fast, especially that first week. We give you a lot to think about. And it can be very overwhelming. And, sometimes people just give up and quit right there. And that would be a huge mistake. So don't do that. So Here's your causes of being overwhelmed. Well, you've got a huge to-do list. Well, part of that is you think you've got to do everything that we talked about all at once. And that's just simply not the case. You do it little by little by little by little, and you build upon itself. So just follow my lead on that, and we'll keep you from having that huge to-do list. Not enough time in the day. Well, we all have a lot of commitments. A lot of people are working regular jobs while they're trying to get this going. And so you've got to be able to handle your time. So we'll talk about a little bit of time management here today. Information overload. Well, a lot of people will watch a lot of different videos and things to the point where they have so much information that they can't make decisions. So that's information overload. And you've got a lot of information right now, but it's all hopefully in a way where you can work your way through it. And if it's not, reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. Pressure at work or home. Of course, we all have that. That can pull you away from doing your business. I'm tight on finances. Obviously, there's a little bit of cost of getting going now. It's not huge cost. And I really focus on trying to teach you the least possible expensive way to get going. I myself have spent thousands of dollars on courses, some of which, don't get me wrong, I learned something and gained something from all of them, but they didn't all produce the results I was looking for. And so let's avoid that. All right. Number 2, shiny object syndrome. Well, shiny object syndrome is basically where you get started on something and there's a lot of opportunities swirling around on the internet right now. So you get started on things and all of a sudden people are in your inbox talking to you about this deal and that deal and this program and that program and high ticket and low ticket and all these different things. We talked a little bit about the difference in those different things last week. But what happens is, you're working on things, but you're not quite to the point where you're at results yet. And that's typical. It takes a little while to get to results. And so what happens is you're not quite at results yet. You get frustrated. And so you look over and you see this other shiny thing that's, high ticket, do high ticket. You'll make more money. And most aren't really jump to that next program. And what happens when you do that is you're starting over from scratch. You're starting over without having finished the last thing and the to it. So, so basically it's starting things without finishing it, not really sure what you want. Mind is playing tricks on you and you got a short attention span. So we want to stay focused, and that's what I'm here to help you do. All right. Poor time management. Well, we all have that problem in life. So we got to get a hold of that. Causes, it's just easy to get scattered with all the things going on in life. You're not using a calendar. I don't know how anybody can keep track of all the things we've got going on in life if they don't use a calendar or a task list. Failing to plan your day or week. Again, a task list, figuring out what you need to do in a day. There are things that we talked about that you have to accomplish. If you don't put them on your plan, on your daily or weekly task list, then how are you ever going to get it done with all the things that we deal with in life right now? Overcommitting. Sometimes we commit to too many things, more than we can possibly do. And, Jim Rohn says that people overestimate what they can do in a year and they underestimate what they can do in 10. So in other words, they think they can do so much stuff in a year and there's just no way they can get it all done because it's too much. But if they were to step back and look at what they could do in 10 years and plan that out, they could accomplish so much more. So anyway, and lack of prioritizing, do the important things first, get them out of the way, get the biggest thing out of the way in the day right off the bat. Okay. Procrastination causes can be pain versus pleasure. I mean, we all like pleasure, and sometimes doing the work is painful. It's not as pleasurable as going out and playing or having fun or doing anything like that. And so we have to stop scrolling on our phone and put that down and get to work. So, the thing is, we're naturally comfortable and we want to stay comfortable. So why do we want to do the harder thing? And we're all wired to make excuses. I had to do this, I had to do that. That's why I didn't get to what I was supposed to be doing. Um, and we focus on too many things at once. Again, we've got to prioritize, get it narrowed down. And of course, the paralysis by analysis. You're trying to look at too many things. That stops a lot of people from ever even getting started because they're too busy trying to gather all the information first instead of taking action and then continuing to gain information as they go. So, imposter syndrome. This is a big one, especially when you're first starting out. How can I help somebody in whatever it is that I'm helping them with? I don't care whether you're running a site on sewing or a site on camping. How are people supposed to immediately believe you're an expert on this? It's imposter syndrome, and you feel like, oh, I'm not the expert on that. Why would anyone want to listen to me? Well, the reality is, more than a lot of people. If it's an area that you're interested in, that you studied a little bit, a lot more than people starting out. So maybe your thing is to help the people that are starting out, the people that aren't as knowledgeable as you are. You don't have to be the expert on everything. In fact, very few people are. Even in the marketing world, nobody's an expert on anything. They all specialize in something. Okay. So, knowing your worth, not knowing your worth can be a cause of this. A loud, noisy marketplace. There's a lot going on around you. You see a lot of people out there obstacles you've faced. It's human nature to feel tell your goals to negative people. Only people that are going to support you. Why open yourself up to the negativism? So let's just do away with that right off the bat. Self-sabotage. A lot of times we sabotage ourselves. Causes of that are, a fear of failure. You don't even get started because you're afraid you can't do it and you won't succeed. So, you talk yourself out of it before you even get started. What if I fail? What if I don't make it? Well, what if you do fail? That's how you learn to do something else and do it better and succeed. All great people have gotten there through failure. All successes have happened through failure. Elon Musk is trying to fly people to the moon right now, and he just had a failure. That's not going to stop him. He's going to get that rocket back down and retool it and send another one up. So, fear of success. Well, some people fear the success. They don't know how they'll handle it when they get there. They're comfortable where they are. And, if you're successful, you've got to do things different. Your friends might not think the same of you if you go into a higher income class, and here's the thing, bring them with you. Okay. Fight or flight response. All right. Well, obviously human nature is fight or flight. If something scares us, we're either going to fight through it and make it happen, or we're going to run away from it. So a lot of people quit just because they choose the flight end of it. Exaggerating other people's achievements. Okay, well, you look around you in the marketplace and you'll see people telling you how great they're doing and showing you their $10,000 total on the week and telling you can do it too. And the reality is they didn't get there overnight. It took them work. It took them perseverance. It took them a lot to get there. They didn't just turn their computer on and get that check in and then post it on their screen. It took them a long time to get there. It took them building up email lists. It took them, doing the job consistently before they ever were making that kind of money. So that's the hype we want to avoid. Okay. And diminishing your achievements. When you're doing this and you're starting to learn things and you're achieving something, when you get your first funnel hooked up, that's an achievement. That's more than a lot of people have done. All right. So you don't know where to start. Well, hey, you start here, right here. We will get you there. Don't know where to start? Well, the causes are, you're asking the wrong questions of the wrong people. Okay. You're on the internet looking at a bunch of YouTubes and they're telling you to start a dozen different places. And I get it. It's confusing. And, I will help you avoid all that mess and take you to what I personally believe is the best place to get going and save you a lot of money in the process. So, unsure of your customer avatar. Okay. Well, we talked about that last week, narrowing down your customer and knowing who that customer is. You don't really know where to start or what products to find or anything like that until you figure out who it is you're trying to serve. Okay. Maybe you're problem unaware. Maybe you don't know where to start because you don't know where to start. Okay. Maybe you're just unaware that you've got a problem you even need to start on. You don't have any systems or plans. I mean, you want to do something, you'd like to get a home business going, but you really don't have any systems or plans or know how to go about it. Well, that makes it hard to know where to start. And you just don't know. You just don't know where to start. That's it. So that's one that gets you in your way. False beliefs can get in your way. False beliefs, especially about time or money, causes, if you're disorganized, you think, hey, I don't have enough time to do this. Well, the answer isn't saying I don't have enough time. The answer is figuring out how to reorganize your time. Watch a little less Netflix. Take a little of your time that you're wasting doing things that aren't serving you and aren't helping you to get ahead, and invest some of that time into something that will get you ahead. Natural tendencies. Well, it's natural tendency to have those false beliefs. Lack of budget or schedule. Well, that's a false belief because it can be overcome. There's always ways of rearranging schedules. There's always ways of rearranging money or budgets, and the thing to think about is if you don't do something, your budget's going to stay the same. It'd be a lot better to work on getting it to grow. Lack of revenue or resources. Well, again, we just talked about that. There's always a way to figure that out if you really want to achieve the goal. All right. And bad habits. We've all got them. So we got to overcome some of those. And let's talk about isolation. Okay. Well, this is a job where you are working at home, typically on a computer more times than you're not. Okay. But that doesn't mean you're isolated. Okay. And the causes of that are, it's self-choice. Maybe you don't want to talk to other people and you just want to sit in a room, and that's fine if that's what you want. Maybe you've got the wrong friend group. Your friend group is out doing stuff, and maybe you need a friend group that's marketers, people that are doing what you're doing. Find a support group, or not a support group, but a uplifting, a supportive group, which there are, and that's what the group that I'm involved with is. And, then you can be unsure of your core values, failure to convey your message, or an unwillingness to join clubs or meetup groups. So, for instance, I go to a mastermind group a couple of days a week. I've joined that group to be among like-minded people. It's on Zoom. So I'm talking to people face to face. So you're not so isolated when you do things like that. All right. Perfectionism. Well, that's just overthinking things. You think it's not ready yet, and so you don't release it. The perfect becomes the enemy of the good or done. And fear of even starting because you don't think you can do it well enough. False revenue prioritizations. Okay. And failure to delegate. Sometimes you need to be able to delegate to people. And if you're such a perfectionist, you have trouble doing that. You have trouble letting go of that. So now here's some of the solutions for these things. And basically 6 solutions in certain combinations can help you with all of these things that can get you stuck. Okay. So first of all, you can change your environment. Secondly, you can do something for yourself. Third, you can hire help. You can find a mentor. You can create systems to keep you on track, or you can create a schedule to help keep you on track. So let's talk about those things. So change your environment. Okay. Well, rearrange your office. Maybe you just need a change of an environment. You get tired or isolated, sick of being at home. Well, most of us work with a laptop. Close it up, take it down to Starbucks Starbucks and work, for have Wi-Fi where you can go work instead of sitting at home in a room by yourself. So that's how you change your environment. Okay. Do something for yourself, set goals for yourself. And when you achieve them, reward yourself in some way. If the stress is getting to you, you're feeling overwhelmed, take a day for yourself. Go to the movies, go out and have dinner, go walk on a beach, whatever it is for you, just break loose and go do something fun for a little while. Maybe even not a whole day, maybe just take half a day and you get back to work. Try to remove one bad habit per week. Okay. And you have to decide what those bad habits are, but anytime you're doing something like that for yourself, it makes you feel good. Try and exercise or eat healthier. Okay. That'll make you feel better. Do something you've been waiting to do. So if you've got some special thing that you've been saving up time to do, reward yourself by doing that. Okay. Hiring help. Okay. If you're getting overwhelmed by things and you're starting to get too many tasks, you can hire help for some of it. A lot of times you can hire part-time help like VAs. Russell Brunson has a saying, it's the who, not the how. Okay. So it's not how are you going to do it? It's who are you going to get to do it for you? How am I going to handle all these tasks? Well, no, who can I get to take some of these tasks off my plate? Now, obviously, when you're just starting out, you don't want to go out and hire a lot of people because your budget won't handle that. But as you grow and that list of things you're trying to accomplish grows, that's when you hire some help. Okay. So make a list of everything you need to do. Okay. If you're going to be hiring help, you want to make a list of what you want them to accomplish. Decide what you want to focus on. And you need to create a standard operating procedure for them. So there's some things to do if you're going to hire help. You want to make sure that, you're not just hiring somebody and say, here, go do it. You got to be able to give them some criteria of what you want from them. Use organizational tools, things like Asana or Trello, where you can put them in your system so that they can see the tasks you're wanting done. And you can actually put things in a list for them. And then they can be on the other side of the world and log in and still do the job for you. Create KPIs, key performance indicators, to know how their performance is. Find a niche specialist on Fiverr. Oh, go back to that. Oh, going the wrong way. Boom. Find a niche specialist on Fiverr for things. Find a virtual assistant on freeup.com. Set expectations with a job performance scorecard. So in other words, you want to be able to go back to this person you've hired and say, okay, these are the performance standards I'm looking for. And if they meet them, reward them. If they're taking care of you, take care of them. And set up a system of workflow for them and set a date to review what they're doing and let them know how you feel about it. So you want to do that on a regular basis so that you're getting the performance you want. Now, again, that's something you're probably going to get to a little later, but there are some things you can get somebody on Fiverr to do now for relatively inexpensively. So sometimes it helps to pay for speed. Finding a mentor. Well, I'm here to help you right now. If you want to get some bigger mentor, that's fine. It's probably going to cost you, but feel free to do so. I've had a few mentors. The main things that you want to look for if you're looking for a mentor, here are the things you want to look for. Have they achieved results and a life transformation that you are looking for? So in other words, if you're looking for results in something, has this person achieved the results you're looking for? So, in my case, I'm not a big guru. I haven't made millions of dollars yet, but I have gotten the system set up. I am starting to make money. I can get you through those initial stages and get you with a group that can help you beyond. So, are they investing time in themselves? Well, I invest a lot of time in myself. I go to multiple masterminds a week, one every day in the mornings, and I go to 3 other ones, and then I've got 5 other ones I can go to if I need help. Do their values align with your core values? Okay, well, that was one of my problems with one of the mentors I was with. Is while he was a great guy and I learned a lot from him, our values didn't quite align. You know, again, and I won't go into that because he's a good guy, but just he wasn't the right one for me. Okay. And I bounced around a little bit before I found the right place to be in the internet. And I believe I'm there now, and I'm going to introduce you to it. If you've started with the HBA, you're in there, and we're going to learn more about it as we go. Do they really want to create an impact, or are they only after your money? Okay. That was one of the problems I had with some of the programs I've been with. It always just felt like they gave you this much information and said, okay, but let's take you up to this next higher level for more money. And join my inner circle and join all these different things, and all more and more and more money. And if you're making enough results, maybe it's worthwhile for that. And again, education is important. And again, I've paid for a good bit of that, but you're getting started. You don't want to bury yourself in thousands of dollars of training before you need it. Are they doing things for the long term? Again, have they been around for a while? Does it look like they're around to stay, or are they just looking for a quick buck and then they're gone in months? So look for that. Another thing I would mention is do a Google search. Look to see if they have some significant presence on the web. If they're actually doing something, then they ought to be there. So see what you can find on them. Create systems, keep you on track. Get super organized. Use Google Drive or something similar. I would strongly recommend getting used to using Google Chrome and Google Drive and Docs and those sorts of things, because as you're going to find that far more useful than other programs in terms of working on the internet. Use a program like Asana or Trello. I personally use Asana. And actually, I'm starting to use this new app that I'm going to tell you about here in a minute. And then if you're getting bigger and you have to start managing a team, a tool like Slack will help you with that, but you're not there yet. So don't worry about that unless you're already have a business and you're here looking to learn. And then creating a schedule to keep yourself on track. You want to make sure you use Google Calendar or something similar to that, maybe Outlook. Although, again, I recommend using Google because it's going to integrate with your Chrome and with the different things you're going to be doing. Schedule yourself first. When you're writing a schedule, you want to set things aside for yourself first. Or book the Calendly schedule widget in it. It's your strategy session with me. You're going to see that scheduler, and it's absolutely free and included with your funnel builder. So you don't have to pay for a program like Calendly. Time blocking. Okay. Well, block your time out. Know what time you have for what. If you've got a video to make, block out this hour to work on that video. Try and work in blocks of no more than an hour and take breaks in between. That helps to keep things from getting overwhelming. And don't overschedule yourself. Okay. You want to keep it to 3 or 4 major tasks a day and then some ancillary tasks. Okay. And don't overcommit yourself. Learn to say no. Okay. If you've already got yourself booked up for Thursday and Jimmy says, hey, can you come over and do this on Thursday? No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm already booked up. You've got to prioritize these things, because the reality is you can only do so much in a day. We only have 24 hours. So you got to make sure you allocate that time wisely. So when you say you don't have time to start a business because you work, well, you do, but you've got to prioritize your time. Okay. So after that, if you're overwhelmed, okay, so now we're going to talk about how those solutions work for these different things. So if you're overwhelmed, your causes are these were the causes we talked about. I backed up on it. These are the causes we were talking about. And then this is the combination of solutions. So if you're overwhelmed, well, you can hire help. That's certainly going to take something off your plate and make you less overwhelmed. You can find a mentor. I can help guide you and make some of that overwhelm feel less. Create systems to keep you on track. Well, the more systems you got, the more, like a daily method of operation, a daily morning routine really helps to make things work for you. And and create a schedule, keep you on track. You want to keep things scheduled so that you know what has to be where. So when you're creating those task lists, you know what has to go in there. So that'll help you feel far less overwhelmed. Shiny object syndrome. Okay. Well, again, finding a mentor is going to help keep you on track. So if you call me up tomorrow and say, "Hey, Stu, I'm looking at this program over here," I'm going to say, "Wait a minute, that's a shiny object. Don't run off and do that. Focus on what you're doing." The grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So if you water your grass, it'll be greener than the other person's. All right. Create systems to keep you on track. Again, if you've got good systems keeping you on track and you've got a task list of doing the things you need to do to accomplish the goals of getting where you want to go, then you can say, forget those shiny objects, because I'm going to have to start all over from scratch and do all this that I'm already doing all over again. All right. And create a schedule to keep you on track. So again, those items will help you. Poor time management. Well, again, hire help. That'll take something off your plate and help you to manage time. However, that means you got to manage the help. Find a mentor. Of course, a mentor can help maybe get your schedule on track, help you figure out what's the most important thing to attack, how to break things down into pieces that you need to do. Create systems to keep you on track. And again, create a schedule to keep you on track. Those things will help. Procrastination. Okay. Well, change your environment. If you're procrastinating and you don't want to get started, well, take that laptop and go down to Starbucks. I suppose you could scroll on your phone there, but that environment change will kind of make you want to get going. It'll kind of get you out of what it is that's procrastinating you. Do something for yourself. If you're procrastinating, sometimes you just need to get your head clear and then come back. Finding a mentor. Well, a mentor is going to give you some assignments and some things to work on from week to week to help keep you on track. And if you don't have those done, well, a good mentor is going to hold you accountable to that. Now, of course, you have to be accountable to yourself. You're not entirely accountable to your mentor, but a mentor is going to kind of hold your feet to the fire a little bit. Why didn't you get that done? Oh, was it procrastination this week? Okay. So that's what I'm here to help you with. Create systems, keep you on track. Again, if you've got good systems and good tracking of task lists and things of that nature, it'll keep you on track. You won't have that procrastination as much because you've got your list says, I got to do this, 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 and this today. Create a schedule, keep you on track. Again, very helpful. Imposter syndrome. Well, do something for yourself helps with that when you're getting a little overwhelmed by that. And find a mentor. A mentor is probably the best thing to help you fight imposter syndrome, because a mentor sees where you're at and where your value is, where you might not see it yourself, and they can point it out to you and help to get you back on track there. Okay. Mentor or a good group like some of the mastermind groups I go to. The one I go to in the morning, which is free, incidentally. I've already talked to you about it. It's in your homework. Set your mind right every day. So that's the kind of thing that helps you overcome imposter syndrome. All right. Self-sabotage. Well, it's the causes of that are obviously the fear of success and so forth. So again, doing something for yourself. If you find yourself having negative thoughts that are making you think about it, get away from it, go do something for a minute. And then find a mentor again. That mentor is going to help you to see when the things you're doing are self-sabotaging. If you talk or do a mentor about the things you're thinking, he can point out. And again, mindset is so critical. You don't want those negative thoughts getting into your head because they hold you up. So when you're starting to have imposter syndrome or something like that, that's getting you backed up, that's where a mentor comes in to help. All right. don't know where to start. Well, if you don't know, you don't know. And you can watch a lot of YouTube videos and you still won't know. And so, first thing, obviously, you can change your environment, get around the people who do know where to start. So if you're hanging around the wrong folks and, you're hanging around a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing, what you're wanting to get out of the way of yourself and then start back over. But find a mentor. If you don't know where to start, find somebody who's already started, who's a little ahead of you. Somebody who knows what they're doing to get going and have them help you. And again, create systems to keep you on track and create schedule to keep you on track. And false beliefs. Again, false beliefs over time and money, hire help, find a mentor. They'll help you overcome those false beliefs. Create systems, create schedules. Isolation. Okay. That one really comes down to doing something for yourself. Get out and join a group of some kind. Again, I've joined some mastermind groups online, so I'm not so isolated. So I'm around people in that regard. Hiring help, and I'm talking physical help here. I'm not talking necessarily VA, although talking to VA online is going to keep you less isolated. I'm talking about actually hiring somebody to come into the office and assist you. Well, that's going to give you somebody to talk to all day. You're not isolated anymore. Okay. And find a mentor. If you're isolated, talk to your mentor about it. You won't feel so isolated anymore. All right. Perfectionism. Well, again, find a mentor. Mentor is going to point out to you where you're being overcritical of yourself and where you're holding yourself up by trying to do things too good. And create a schedule to keep on track. If you're a perfectionist, create that schedule so things happen on time so that they're ready to go. All right. Now, this is something I want to talk to you about. This is a brand new thing that I've been doing for the last few weeks, and it is absolutely amazing. You transform your life with the Magical Morning Formula. Discover the 7 simple steps for touching daily magic and reaching your goals faster. Okay, and the Magical Morning Formula is a formula that really teaches you a routine in your morning that can help really energize your day. So some of these things that we were talking about, the procrastination, the overwhelm, the lack of systems, can be resolved by this system right here. It teaches you to start your day out with gratitude, with reading, with exercise, with tasks lists and setting up your day. It's really an amazing program to do. And it's a free training. So I want you to definitely go check this out. And then there's the little black book of affirmations that they give you with it. Now, of course, affirmations are the I am statements. So I am, I'll just give you a couple of mine here. In fact, let me go, because I have them all right here on my phone for me. So I've got them ready to go anytime I need them. So let's get to affirmations. There we go. So I am well respected. I am heart centered. Money comes to me easily. I make money while I sleep. I deserve prosperity. I deserve abundance. I deserve success. All right. So those are the I am statements. That's just a portion of my list that I go through every day. And it's really nice to have it just at my fingertips, which makes things really easy. So anyway, you'll get the master book of or the little book of affirmations. It's got thousands of I am statements in it. So you go through and figure out the ones that are right for helping you. But you get free access to this, and there is a link for it in your homework, so you don't have to write this down right now, but you can. smilingstu.com/magical morning. And it's going to take you to this. Again, this is an absolutely free training. Go ahead and check it out. But if you see the value of getting yourself organized like that, I want to tell you about the Let's Goal app. Okay. And it's a really cool little app. I've got it on my phone. It's also on your computer. And it basically starts your day out with a quote to get your day going. it's got all these things at your fingertips. It has you go through gratitude, stretching, exercise, reading, all these different things that you check off in the morning, planning your day out. And you get all this stuff done in no time flat if you get up and just going through it. I always have it done, knocked out pretty much every day, with the exception of journaling, which I do in the evening. Pretty much every day I've got it all handled. By the time I go out to exercise, that's the last thing of my morning that I'm checking off. And then I go from that into my task list for the day. And so you get the ability to set up task lists that keep you on track. It's got a spot to set up your major definite purposes for that day. The things, the 3 or 4 things that you absolutely have to get done. It's got a spot to set up relationship things. So like something you're doing for your wife can go in there. So it's got a lot of different options to it. It's a really cool program. I've been using it for going on 2 weeks now. It's totally supercharged my mornings. And so if you're looking for something like that, now here's the other beautiful thing about it. Okay. HBA just acquired it. And so it's now actually a part of the company you're a part of with your funnel builder. So you already have the funnel builder to advertise this product. So if you buy this product for $10 a month, it has an 80% residual income to it. So since we just finished the internal release, so that's just people that are already in the company, 561 people have joined. Now, one of the other neat things about this is you've got 7 free people you can actually put it on. So you can put it on the folks that are in your family. So if you've got kids and you're trying to get them to know a little more about their goals and planning things, you can put this on your kid's phone for free, and you can actually help them learn how to use it, how to plan their days better and be more productive in their time. So anyway, but anyone you recommend this to, it's got an $8 residual commission. So that means you sell one of them and your app is down to $2 a month. And if you sell 2 of them, you're actually to the point where you're making $6 a month. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It's a great introductory product. HBA just added it. And HBA typically, and the thing I love about them is they typically don't add products. They're not a company that every time you turn around, they're trying to sell you something new. They have 3 core products that they stick to. Now they've got a 4th, and this isn't actually a standalone product by itself. But it's a really cool thing. So check this out too. I've got a link for you to check that out. Well worth doing. And it's one of those things, if you are using it for your day, it's really easy to recommend it to somebody else. So get in there and try it. See if it doesn't transform your day the way it's done mine, folks. So let's get to homework. All right. We are back to the homework for this week. Okay. Well, the first part of your homework is going to be to go watch That Magical Morning. Okay. Again, it's free. Go watch it. You get to keep the magical book of affirmations. That's a free bonus. Once you do, check out the bonus section, and I'm going to go into the web here in just a minute, into the back office, and show you some of this. But I want you, go back. I want you to make sure and look at the bonus section there, because there are a lot of free things there that are going to help you out. I want to point out where they are for you. Facebook training. Now that's a premium training, which again, you took the 2-week thing on premium, the 2-week trial on premium. So I'm going to show you where this is so you can get in there and watch this. Because regardless of what platform you decide you want to do, whether it's YouTube or TikTok or whatever, you're still going to want to have a presence on Facebook, because that's where people go to check you out. Even if you're over on TikTok, people will go over and look you up on Facebook just to see what you're all about. Canva. Okay. Canva.com. I want you to go check that out. In the Facebook training, it's going to talk a little more about Canva, but I want you to go over there. It's a free program to start using. Now I personally pay for Pro. You get a lot of extra features with Pro that I find very useful. I'm in Canva absolutely every day, so it makes sense for me to pay for Pro. But you can use it for free and get an awful lot done and get started on posting and really create some neat stuff. without ever paying a dime for it. So I want you to go over and look at that. And then I want you to start beginning your first couple of posts, kind of try it out, see what you can create. Okay. Start doing some inspirational things around, what it is you like. So if you are doing something on fishing, your post might be something about the best fishing spots. Okay. And we're not looking to just sell something here. We're not taking some affiliate link that you've got and immediately slapping it up. We're looking just for posts that create curiosity, that start people interacting with you there. Okay. So that's your homework for tonight. Let's get to tonight's quote, and we will then zip over to the web and take a look at a couple things there. So tonight's quote is by Napoleon Hill. And it's action is the real measure of intelligence. So let's show folks how smart you are, and let's take action this week. Okay. So let's drop out of here and get on the web. And here we are in the Home Business Academy back office. Let's get in here. Okay. So the things I wanted to show you. For starters, the bonuses when you get in here are going to be right here. Now, folks, if you sign up to this and you take the premium trial, even if you drop the trial, drop the funnel builder, drop it all, you still get to keep these bonuses. So they're there for you regardless. And there's some pretty cool bonuses in the bonus vault. So you definitely want to check that out. And in fact, the magical morning is in the bonus vault right there. So, that's a fantastic program. And the other one's really, really good is this 111 little black book of emails masterclass training. Fantastic training there. So anyway, the 3 emails is also really a fantastic. They're all great trainings, but those are especially good. So you want this bonus vault just for that alone. Okay, so the other things I was going to show you real quick is in premium. And if you want to check it out too, I talked about the scheduling widget. That is actually in the Funnel Builder Academy. No, I'm in the wrong section. I need to go to Funnel Builder Academy. So in the Funnel Builder Academy there, if you go down to the 3rd section here, and you drop down, it is called Booking Widget. Let me see where I find it here. But it's in here. I'm not going far enough down here. I know it's in here because I've set it up myself from in here. Oh, appointment booking widget. There it is. I knew it was in here, folks. So that's how you set up your scheduler, which I think is a fantastic tool. So definitely take a look at that. Then on premium, I was showing you some of that. And then I wanted to take you over real quick and show you the magical morning, which is right here. And it'll tell you all about that. But this will get you into the magical morning formula. And again, there are links for this in your homework and the little black book of magic affirmations. So that'll get you both of those things. Now, again, if you're interested in, they even used my testimonial down here. If you are interested in doing it as a business, go to the Morning Money Machine, or my smilingstew.com/morning money machine is what I called it. So anyway, yeah, you just turn your morning routine into a cash generating machine. Show people what you're doing with your morning routine. Tell them how it's affecting you. Show them this app. Show them the same free training. And, these, I might indicate to you that these templates for this are already available to you in the Funnel Builder Academy or in the Funnel Builder tool. Let me just go right on in there real quick. And I can show you right down here where mine is set up right here. So there it is. And they are actually all available for you. All you have to do is go down and say, add a new step and create a page. and you will find they're actually listed right here under the Let's Goal app. So they're all ready to go for you to get selling. And so if you end up getting this app, get back with me right away, and I will help you get these set up so that you can start making money on it right away. So anyway, that's what we got there. And we talked about the magical morning. We talked about that. And I think we're pretty much there for this evening, folks. So this will be posted in the page here shortly for replay, and you'll be able to take it from there. And the homework assignments are already in there with links to be able to get you to all the different things. So anyway, folks, let's get our screen share out of here. So folks, get on that homework. And again, if you are having any problems at all, please message me. One of the worst things that people do in this is they try and get through it themselves. They get through it themselves when they're stuck, and they get frustrated and they get overwhelmed and they get all the things we just talked about. You know, they start feeling imposter syndrome. Well, if I can't even set it up, how can I help somebody else set up? Well, you know, once you've done it once, we get you through it once, it becomes easy. Then it's easy for you to go back and show somebody else what you did. So, and I'm going to show you over time here how to leverage the back office of HBA to teach them for you so you don't have to teach everything. So if you're having any issues at all, reach out, let me know. In the meantime, keep smiling, folks. We'll see you all next Thursday for week 3. Take care now. Have a great night.